All right, greetings everyone. This is Dave. I'm in the bee yard. We're going to do a quick video here. I tried to get a video when I was putting these in. However, if you're familiar with beehiving, wow. If you're familiar with beekeeping, you probably know what that is. I had done some splits about a month ago, and I had several queens that did not take, as well as I had several queens actually that were old, and I wanted to requeen anyway. And so this is a queen that I purchased from that's the queen cage or queen box that I purchased from a local beekeeper, excuse me. And we put them in 72 hours ago. And what we're doing now is we're checking these to make sure the queen got out. So I'm going to turn it around and we're going to shake off the outside bees. And I don't know how well you can see, but I can see that while there are bees in there, none of them are queen bees. Let's see if we can pull them. It's got the scent of the queen in there, and so they love that, and they keep circling in the box and going in the box. Let me look real quick and make sure. Yeah, so she's gone. She's out of there, and the hole is chewed through. So that hole had basically like a piece of hard cotton candy in it, and it's got a plug over it so they can't chew it open prematurely. And when you're ready, you pull the plug off and a little piece of tape holding the plug in. And then it takes them about 48 to 72 hours to chew through that hole, with the idea being that for those 48 to 72 hours or whatever it takes, that they're getting used to the new queen's pheromones. They're getting used to the smell and her being there, and the whole 9 yards. Now this hive was actually very aggressive. In fact, all my hives that needed to be requeened were very aggressive. And this is while they're up and they're flying around and they're wondering why in the world somebody just took the roof off their house. This is certainly not being aggressive. I've hardly smoked them. In fact, I didn't smoke them at all, actually. I just realized I was so busy fiddling with the phone to get the camera ready. I will leave this, since it's got some bees in it, we're going to set it right outside the entrance here. And then hopefully they will be able to find their way. I hate to, I don't want any bee to die that doesn't have to, certainly. So I'm not going to just toss this aside. And we'll let them crawl out of there, hopefully, especially as we get to nightfall. We're still fairly early in the season. They've got a lot of honey on. Because their queen didn't take, they become what's called honey bound, where there's not a lot of room here starting out for her to lay eggs. I can't even get the frame out, it's so jammed in there. Let's use this metal tool that they give us, that it turns out that's just what this is for, instead of trying to fight it with my hands. Hang on one sec. You're gonna have a moment of, there we go. So with no queen in there to lay eggs, this is pretty indicative of what I've got as far as most of this hive goes. It's great to have plenty of honey. You don't want too much honey though, because the queen needs room to lay eggs. So hopefully she got out of the cage. That was the first step. The second step would be that she had a successful mating flight. I'm not going to dig in the hive right now. I don't have a lot of time. Let me turn you around. I'm not going to dig in the hive. I got 4 hives. I got to open them, make sure that the queen got out of the box, out of the cage, and then we're probably done for the day. It's late afternoon and I'm just getting home from work and I want to make sure I get all 4 of these done. But that's just a little process. You put the cage in there between the frames and they pretty much do the rest of the work. I'm fortunate that I have a local beekeeper that does queens, so I don't have to order them through the mail, which is hard on them. So I'm not trying to discount the quality of queens you get from anybody through the mail. However, it is hard versus going and just picking them up and then bringing them back versus having them shipped through the mail. I think you'd agree it's much easier on the queens. And plus you're getting queens that are local and are familiar with your environment. So that's about it. We got a queen. She's in there somewhere, hopefully. Like I said, the only way she wouldn't be in there is if we had a problem on the maiden flight. But we're not going to dig for them right now. These bees seem pretty calm. They seem pretty sedate. And I think we're hopefully doing okay. So again, this is Dave. Stay safe. Stay prepared. Find something to do today, this week, to be a little more independent. Times are crazy, man. You got to make sure that you're taking care, that you can be ready to take care of you and your own. I will see you on the next video. Thank you very much. Well, you're getting bonus footage. I've got rubber gloves on and the recorder won't stop. Stay safe, stay prepared, like, share, and subscribe. How about that?